Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 18 of our FTB Skies Let's Play series, where today we're working on expanding our Industrial Foregoing and doing a little bit of exploring some stuff and things. So let's get started. Welcome back, my friends, to another wonderful day here in the world of TheAndrata, where today we're picking up right where we left off. I really need to, kill those guys. Take care of all that. They're just driving me crazy being there. Where we're continuing where we left off yesterday with our Industrial Foregoing. So yesterday we went ahead and set up our Industrial Foregoing utilizing laser IO. I love laser IO. It's pretty handy. I don't know. It would be kind of cool. I know it's not really possible, but like how cyclic, I don't need to actually have the something attached to the block to be able to do the thing. Like if I could have a laser node over here and it can send the signal over to multiple different machines. However, that'd be kind of complicated and everything. I understand. It'd have to, just like the cyclic block, it'd have to keep the coordinate in memory and all that stuff. That's a pain. So anyway, I understand why it doesn't, but it works, and it worked great, and no cables connecting, and we can have distance. Like right here, I have everything connected, but when I set up other machines, I could just throw a laser node on them, and then I could pair it with this guy, and I don't have to worry about power going in anywhere else. I can just have it all straight from there, which is nice and hunky-dory. I did go ahead and add a bucket over here, or a tank, with a fluid card obviously set up on there. I set on this the fluid card priority of 10. So it's going to try and fill this first, then it will continue working on the plastic. That way I have latex available for our crafting purposes, because we're going to need some for crafting. So all of our latex is currently going towards here. And then eventually, whenever I get the storage room set up and everything like that, I will have this all go into a drawer linked up with our system so we can set up auto crafting and everything. And now that I think about it, I kind of sort of want to do that sooner than later, at least hook an external storage up onto this tank, just because of the way crafting is with Industrial Foregoing. I do want to point out I've been having some funky issues with refined. As we know from last episode, I had an issue with my create processing, which, by the way, everything in here has processed. We are cleared our back stuff, and so basically as things come in, they're smelting, doing the thing. We don't have to worry about it. So we have a back stuff of everything, and that's great. And we're not worried about it too much at this point in time. But anyway, what was I saying? I completely lost my track. Oh yeah, we were having issues with that not working a couple episodes ago, and Refined has just been acting weird. I had to reload my world like 3 times in order for anything to be working in Refined. I don't know what's going on. I've never had an issue putting my controller inside of a compact machine, but I'm thinking maybe that's the reason, because it's loading the overworld dimension first and then the compact machine dimension. It is chunk loaded, correct? Like, I come in here, I do have this chunk loaded. Yeah, force loaded, so there's no worry here. Oh. While I'm thinking about it, if I remember correctly, didn't I kick off a 64K craft last episode? Yeah, I did. Let's go ahead and throw that disc in there, so that way we don't have that issue anymore. But yeah, this is chunk loaded. So is the create one. This area is chunk loaded. My tech island is not chunk loaded, but I don't see how that could be causing issues. Oops, wrong button. I need to actually set up to allow me to force load more chunks, because I currently only have 22 available. My PC can handle more than that. Oh, by the way, if you're watching, if you're listening to this too, obviously I don't know why you wouldn't be just watching me play silently. Anyway, my 3D printer is running behind me, so hopefully it's not being terribly too loud. If you can hear it though, please let me know. I have some 3D prints that I need to get taken care of and everything. And so it's running, and I didn't want to pause it. And I trust that I was able to filter out the sound well enough, but if I didn't, let me know. Anyway, Industrial Foregoing, continuing. So we got latex being processed last episode. We have almost 10 buckets. I have some plastic, not terribly too much, but we got 6 plastic. I think that should be enough for us to get going. Our next step in the chain of quests for Industrial Foregoing is to work on getting ourselves a Dissolution Chamber. We kind of got 2 paths, Dissolution Chamber and the Pity Machine Frame. I have already made one of these, so we'll go ahead and make one again, because I'm pretty sure we need it for the Dissolution Chamber anyway. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a Pity Machine Frame, and we're going to put it in our inventory so it finishes off the quest. And then from there, we should be able to make, not a fluid extractor. How did I get a fluid extractor bookmark? There we go. 3D printer just woke up. So now if you can really hear it, let me know. Dissolution Chamber is what we're working on. So let's go ahead and craft the things, and then we need a diamond gear. Throw that on in there. How are we doing on diamonds, by the way? 71. So we're increasing on our diamonds, which is what we want to see happen by having that automated process. And the Dissolution Chamber is the block we are going for. Along with the Dissolution Chamber, I am going to definitely want to get myself a crafter, specifically iron. I know where there's a lot of things that we're going to want to craft with this. We are going to need an importer. And this is also where I want to go ahead and get that external storage set up on this tank. Now, the Dissolution Chamber is I don't want to say fin. Oh, I don't have external storage. It's taught to the system. That's a flaw. We need to get that taken care of. I don't want to say the Dissolution Chamber is a fantastic block. It's a block. It does things. It crafts, right? What is this? Ring of Dexterous Motion. Does that make me have step assist or something like that? Anyway, yeah, it's a block. Like, it does things. And it's the main crafting mechanic in Industrial Foregoing, okay? The big thing with the Dissolution Chamber is if we go ahead and hit U over it, and we see the Dissolution Chamber makes things utilizing items and liquid. This is the hard part, is the liquid, because as you can see, this makes 250, or utilizes 250 millibuckets, a quarter of a bucket. I can't put in 250 millibuckets of a liquid. So getting this in there is a challenge. I could put an entire bucket in, but then you have to plan to make 4 of your crafts at a time, or you can use refined storage. Refined storage has liquid crafting, and it can be specific. It can specifically put in 250 millibuckets of a liquid into the machine. The important thing with it is that I need to make sure, that all of our crafting that gets done in the Dissolution Chamber is done utilizing refined storage. We cannot have any crafting being used manually. Otherwise, then we will run into issues. I am not a fan of how I have this refined storage cabling run here at all, by the way. This is absolutely jank. Talk about dire wire, that's dire wire for sure. I try and avoid dire wire as best that I can. We don't need the TheAndrata wire being a thing added on, but hey, is what it is. Sometimes we can only do what we have to work with, right? We can only work with the things that we're given. And what I am given is what I've made, so yeah. Anyway, I want to turn this to fluids so that it can see the fluids, and we can insert and extract into that. Though we really shouldn't need to insert at all ever from refined storage. Anyway, so we got this hooked up, our Dissolution Chamber. It is going to need power, so we're going to want to get ourselves a laser node. Now that I think about the laser node, I guess there's no reason that... I guess there's no reason I can't put the laser node on the bottom, right? Below this and get power in from the bottom. We bind U to here. And then inside of U, we go ahead and put an energy card on the down. And you're going to... energy card on the up this time. And we have power. Okay. So we got power going on. Great. Is there a way to turn off? I mean, not that I don't mind. I would only like to see those when I am holding the wrench, though. Is that a config option? Somebody let me know. I don't necessarily care to see that laser just shooting off into Nowheresville. Anyway, we got power going on. We have crafting capabilities. We do need to set the outputs and inputs for everything. So the input for everything is going to be on the top. I always, just to be safe, any machine that I am working with, I disable. Because see, look, I just pushed the energy card into this. And that's why I always disable. I don't even know how the energy card got pushed into this. Like, that doesn't even make sense to me that the energy card because it's set to pull. That's what happened. Because this has the capabilities of pulling, it pulled from the block below. See? So that's why I always make sure for industrial foregoing machines, I mean, just any machine in general, I disable all of the extra inputs and outputs. That way I have full control of everything. Output is going to be on the back. We're going to go ahead and turn everything else off. And fluid output, we're not crafting any fluids here, so we're just going to turn all of this off. At least I don't think we have any fluids that we're going to need to craft. So input should be in from, or item input's the top, fluid input is the top, item output in the back, no fluid output. Okay. And with that, that means we don't need to lock it or anything, and we can get away with only having one dissolution chamber. So with that being done, we need to teach the system how to make stuff with the dissolution chamber, because everything we do has to be done with auto crafting here. The one disadvantage, I guess, but I mean, if we're not auto crafting, then what are we doing anyway, right? So with the dissolution chamber, our next major goal is to get ourselves a simple machine frame. We need to make a simple machine frame. That's the next tier up. So let's go ahead and teach the system how to make a simple machine frame. Now with this, it's going to automatically, it knows how to make nether bricks and gold gears. It doesn't know how to make plastic, but we are crafting plastic automatically. And it's going to put 250 millibuckets of latex. So if we come over here, you're going to see 0.25 of latex. I don't necessarily know what the fluid button here does. It used to toggle between, like you couldn't see your fluids here, and you'd have to press the fluid button to see the fluid that's in the craft, at least if I remember correctly. But now it's showing up actually in the crafting recipe and everything like that. So also I noticed that this says 4 plastic. That didn't require 4 plastic, did it? No. Interesting that that did that. So we only need 1 plastic, to be honest. The nice thing with the dissolution chamber is that it doesn't have, you can put the stuff in any slot, essentially. Yeah, that's only 2 plastic that we need. So let's go ahead and create that. We'll go ahead and throw this plastic that we have into here. We also need to get a importer set up on that smelter. So let's go ahead, since I'm here, and I know I didn't teach the system how to make external storages, by the way, let's go ahead and do that. But let's get a importer set up so we can get the plastic being pushed into the system. Okay, and then you have to go into the dissolution chamber. Along with the dissolution chamber, what else is it that we're going to want to craft? Well, we're definitely going to want upgrades, right? We need to make things faster, so we're going to want to get speed upgrades. We will want range upgrades eventually, but I'm not concerned about that. We're going to want advanced machine frames, but that's going to require pink slime, which means we're going to have to slaughter some mobs. Okay, so we need to get a mob farm going for sure. Dissolution chamber, what else are you going to want? What are you? Add on infinity hammers and all that stuff. We need to start milking the wither in order to get supreme machine frames. Yes, I said that right. Milking the wither. You are range add-ons. Mycelial reactor, we don't necessarily need right now. Efficiency, yeah, that's the other add-ons that we were looking for. Which I guess, is there a point in me teaching tier 1 when I don't necessarily need it? Mechanical dirt, it spawns enemies. It's like cursed earth. Does require power. And doesn't it? It requires power, and doesn't it require liquid meat? Or does it? Maybe it's just power. Anyway, we'll figure it out. I can't remember. And then processing, which allows everything to run faster. These are your upgrade tiers. Cursed Earth is in the pack, yes, or a GM chicken feed. Now, this is made by using essence buckets, raw experience. So we can just pull experience out, and we could craft this easily. The spider eye is probably the hardest thing that we don't have yet. So we'd have to figure out how to get a spider eye. But outside of the spider eye, we could make that. Okay. Cool. All right. Teaching the system. So we had the simple machine frame. We're going to want add-on tier 1. I got to make sure I double check this because that added 2 gold gears. Okay. We do want that. Add-on speed tier 2. Just making sure it's not adding extra stuff. See, that was a whole bucket. Did that require a whole bucket? Yes, okay, that's a whole bucket of latex. Efficiency tier 2 is an entire bucket of latex as well. Efficiency tier 1 is also an entire bucket of latex. Also some blaze rods. Do I have blaze rods on craft? I have blaze powder. We're also going to need to learn how to make a furnace. And add-on processing tier 1. Okay. Yeah, blaze rods is the only thing I don't think I have on craft. Easy way of making blaze rods other than blazes themselves. I mean, I have blaze powder. I should get into hostile neural networks here. I've actually never really dove too deep into it. Yeah, no way of compressing or turning blaze powder into blaze rods, unfortunately. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop over here and teach Industrial Foregoing, or teach the Dissolution Chamber how to make all of its stuff and things. Bam. So now with that, we can go ahead and say, hey, I want a simple machine frame. Craft that. It's going to craft all the things, and it's going to go ahead and put them all in there. It put the 250 millibuckets of latex, exactly what it needed to do. Like I said, where the things go inside of the machine doesn't matter as long as it's the correct things. So they come on in here, bada bing, bada boom, and we end up getting ourselves a simple machine frame. Now, as you can see, the machine is slow, not fast at all. So let's go ahead and fix that. We ended up with some speed upgrades for free from a quest, it looks like. Let's go ahead and get ourselves, so that's speed. Nice that we took care of that. Let's go ahead and get a efficiency upgrade. Missing diamond gears. I didn't teach you how to make diamond gears. I knew I was going to miss something. Diamond gear. My bottleneck right now is going to be the latex, but there's nothing I'm going to be able to do about that. That process just needs to run. I could expand it. I could make more latex producing things, but eventually we'll have enough, and we're not going to really craft terribly too much with this mod other than making the machine frames. Once we get a couple of these things going on, add-on. So that was that. Let's get a processing upgrade and an efficiency upgrade. So that should queue those up. We're going to go ahead and put the speed upgrade in there. I think we are bouncing here, but I think that we're okay. Efficiency and processing. Just makes it go faster. And that's all the add-ons, right? Other than range, speed, efficiency, processing. Yeah, okay. Now machine go zoom, zoom. Let's get a simple machine frame. I already did that. Let's complete the quest. And let's see where it's leading us now. Okay, then from simple machine frame, it wants us to work on getting into an advanced machine frame and all those different things. But that's not where we are at the moment, because we need to work on getting ourselves our next major goal, which is mechanical dirt. It provided FE and liquid meat. So the mechanical dirt is a great block because it acts as cursed earth. However, the problem with it is you need liquid meat. In order to get liquid meat, you have to have a mob slaughter factory slaughtering passive mobs to get the liquid meat. Then you can use it on the mechanical dirt to get the pink slime. Makes sense? And it voids drop. So you kind of need 2, maybe even 3, at least 2 mob farms. You need a mob farm just for liquid meat. Really, yeah, you need 3. You need a mob farm for liquid meat. You need a mob farm for pink slime. And then you're going to need a mob farm if you want mob drops. Yeah. And I have those backwards. Passive mobs make slime. Hostile mobs make meat, right? Pink slime, so you should automate breeding them. So we need to figure out how to get passive mobs so we can get ourselves a mob slaughter factory. That's really our main, that's what we need to get working on here. The problem is, as we discovered, we used our cursed chicken feed, or I mean our chicken feed for this, the experience, and it didn't really work for us because it spawned in the wooded badlands here. And then we have a desert, and I don't know what mobs are going to spawn in a desert. We kind of need a plains biome or something along that line in order for this to generate all of the different mobs. I don't think passive mobs spawn in a compact machine, so I don't think I can set this up there. So what I need is a plains biome, really, so that I can set this up and get the stuff. Luckily, we have refined wireless and power wireless, so I kind of sort of can set this up, well, wherever in the world I would like. But I just need it to be somewhere where passive mobs are going to spawn. And I need to be able to get myself back over to wherever these locations are. So I guess that kind of helps us pivot and get ourselves some form of teleportation. Yes. Now, what is in the pack for teleportation? Obviously, we've been using the travel anchors and everything, which is great. But like other options for teleportation, I mean, there's most likely going to be the this thing, the charge porter. I mean, tried and true. It works great. We just need to get ourselves a matter receiver and a charge porter, and bada bing, bada boom, we're good. Upgrade it. Now we can store multiple locations. We just need to get ourselves a couple matter receivers. Machine frame. I ran out of, that's all my lapis? No. What? Oh, blue dye. There you go. All the blue dye you could want for the rest of your life. Anyway, we got a matter receiver. We're going to want 2 of these because we need one for home. We need one for here. And yeah, there we go. Matter receiver. I guess we can, when we teleport home, we'll teleport here. I kind of feel like moving my elevator. But how many blocks back is that? 2? Wait, what direction am I facing now? I'm facing west and I'm facing west. Okay. Let's move the elevator back 1, 2. I should have moved the other elevator first because then I don't have to fly up and over. But I did not think to do that, so. There. Now, elevator's moved so we can come back up. And now I can put the matter receiver, except now I have an issue because I don't have access to power easily. Cyclic will handle that for me, right? I can just go ahead and throw that there, and we can grab a GPS card. Bada bind it. Oops. Bada bind it. Bada bind it. Call this home. We bada bound it, and then we bada boom it over here, and bada bing it, we have power. Then I take my advanced charge porter, pop it there, so that way I have power, and I go ahead and shift right click on there, and now we have it added, and I come over here, and I press the button, and I teleport back over here. Nice. Good. All right, we have power, we can teleport back and forth, easy peasy, and now all of my slots are taken. I have every slot that I use generally taken up with power. You are taking forever to charge, aren't you? Interesting. Okay, so with that being said, looking at my map, I have explored a few different areas. The jungle area is probably the best area, I would imagine, for setting up a mob farm. So if I come over here to the jungle biome, like I can't see any of the other biomes here because like forest, and then you're the ocean, so you're not going to have any, right? Yeah, you're all ocean. So we have jungle. There's a river. I'd have to make sure that I specify or I build into the jungle biome. But I think jungle would be okay. What do y'all think? Like, I know that me asking doesn't really help because y'all ain't here to feedback off of. Maybe, what if I fly? Okay, so this is, no, I actually already did. I flew about 1,000 blocks that way, and I did not run into anything. So it does look like something was here, but I missed it. What if I add a way? What biome is this? Plains. Go. I mean, that's looking promising, actually, though. That's a plains biome. Even if it's nothing, I can just build out of it. I can't see that waypoint. What direction is that? That is to the westerly direction. So if oh, there it is. Let's throttle up and zoom. First off, probably get some good loot out here. Second, it looks promising for a plains biome. Even if it's a hostile mob area, I really don't care. My goal is just to build out some sort of platform. Oh, look, a village. We're getting there. Hey, turn that off. Turn it back on. Yeah, so this is a hostile mob spawning area. That's fine. Again, this is the Hexeri witchy area. But my goal, as I said, is I don't care about the mobs that are spawning here. I cared about the biome. So let's go ahead and what do you have inside of you that I can build off of really quick? Cobblestone. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're just going to build away from this a little bit because I don't want to end up getting stuck with hostile mobs. We're going to grab my building gadgets and we are going to, and then, oh, please slow down. There we go. We will build out. Nope, now I'm in Dripstone Caves. Okay. Plains all the way over here? Yes, okay. So this can be plains. Bam. And that's enough. Like, I don't need anything more crazy than that. Like, perfect. Map. Remove. Okay, so then with that, let's go ahead and what is my hotkey for you? That button. Let's do a, not a grid, a horizontal wall. Bam. Okay, now we have a platform. On the platform, let's go ahead and put that matter receiver so we can come back here. You are going to be mob farms. We will go ahead and get a flux point for power. Oh, hover, please. I wonder how far the cyclic GPS can go. Like, can it stay within the dimension? You are going to be outputting there, and you are mob farm receiver. Okay. Or actually, you know what? We'll just call it mob farm because we'll end up bridging off of this for all of our other power too. Okay. Finally, we come here and bind you, and now I can go, if I wanted to go to the mob farm, I can come here, and if I want to go home, I can come over here, and I want to go to the mob farm, I can come back over here. Okay, good. And we're calling it mob farms because we're going to set up more than one farm in this area. Okay, I like it. So with that being said, we now have a platform available to us to build out, and we're in the plains. So what I can do is use my GM chicken feed. We do need to get ourselves the whole suite of refined network. So we can get refined storage over here, network receiver, network transmitter. We're going to want a network card, and we're going to want a wireless transmitter so that we can, you know, do the thing. So we'll get that brought on over here. Along with that, we're going to want to build out. So I think that our goal is going to be to have a couple farms. We'll have a farm over here for passive mobs that is getting us the pink slime. Once we have the pink slime, we can have a farm over here because since we're using those kind of special dirts and stuff like that, we don't necessarily have to worry about mob caps and everything like that. So we can come over here, and if we can find a spider eye, or I can get a spider to spawn over here, we can get those things, the cursed chicken feed, and get the cursed earth over here. So that way we can get regular mobs. That's going to get us the liquid meat that we would need. If we do it again, we can then get mob drops. All of that piping into refined storage, going in and out. Even the liquids can pipe into refined storage, and we'll have an external storage set up with drawers and everything in our storage system. I like it. So I think that's our plan for next episode because we're coming up on the wrapping up point here. And TheAndrata has been very bad at making sure that his episodes stick to about a 30-minute episode length. Lately, I have been horrible at keeping up with my timings. And so we've been getting some quite long episodes. Not that I know you guys are probably complaining, but I generally try to keep my episodes to 30 minutes as a respect for your time and for my time as well. And when I end up recording, you know, I end up with an episode that's an hour and a half long. Well, that's, you know, 4 episodes that I could have recorded in that time frame versus the one that I ended up getting. You know what I'm saying? Not that I mind doing it, but I just wanted to pop over to this village because since we found it, haha. Yes, it was mentioned to me that I had asked where is the hidden chest because I knew there had to be one somewhere in this village. And look, there's one down here. Carried some obsidian for us, some soul steel, sure. I don't know what it does, but we got it. I just wanted to loot and see what else we got in this village really quick while we are, you know, floating around and stuff like that. Maybe we can get some more goodies. We really should work on like getting villager trades going. We have that mod, that easy villagers. Ooh, end rods. Easy villagers that makes trading with villagers easy peasy. Some emeralds. Sure, we'll take that. Don't have any fortune or anything, but hey, wake up. I'm here to rob you. I'm here to rob you. That was a terrible accent. Okay, leave me alone. Anything good in here? Nah, Vorpal. I do love Vorpal for getting decapitations and everything going on, but nope. I need something that takes care of fall damage. That's what I need. I fall too much. And if I don't have my hover on, then I take damage and then I die. Like, that would suck. Chromatic aberration, sheared wool will be changed to a random color. I ain't about that life. Hey, look, some more nutritious chicken feed, so that helps. A liquid meat bucket, we'll take that. I was told that the raw stuffed hoglin, once you cook it, can go onto the ground, and then it acts like a cake, and it's pretty darn good food. Tallow from occultism's handy. More nutritious chicken feed, more liquid meat, and more tallow. Okay. Like I said, the loot in this pack is pretty dang cracked. Like, overall, you get a lot of stuff. I don't even know. I really need to set up that thing. It's been on my to-do list forever, the armory cabinet. And now that I have the capability of, I don't know why I'm grabbing obsidian. I have thousands of it. Now that I have the capability with Refined to actually access it, it's going to be handy. It'll be even handy with the mob farm that we have going on. Just seeing if there's any other better swords or anything like that. Sharpness 5, because I can strip the enchants off of these things. But I think I have a sharpness 7 tool somewhere. Hey, there was stuff in here, isn't I just... What? All right, hidden... There's just a little hidden area. Okay. Nothing in it, though. Interesting. All right. I know I literally just said that I don't want episodes to be like extended long, and then here I am extending the episode by looting everything. Talking about Hello. We got some kind of sleeping ritual going on. That guy can't sleep without being stared at by 3 other men. I mean, hey, you do you. Whatever helps you sleep. Sleep sucks. Not being able to sleep sucks, at least. Sleep itself is great. Okay. I think I've looted pretty much. It is much easier being able to loot when you have flight capabilities. At least infinite flight. Like, remember last time we were looting, we had to worry about, you know, how much flight we can do. Anyway, let's head home. Let's drop off our loot. Let's put things away that I know need to go into special slots. Everything else is good. Okay, so then everything else can go into the system. But yeah, anyway, so next episodes, we'll come back and we're going to work on getting our mob farms. We got that nutritious chicken feed now. We got quite a bit of it. So like we have 4 of them. That's pretty darn good. We feed it to a chicken. That's the problem, is that we got to find a chicken. So like chicken, we do have chicken eggs. I only have 6 of them though. So yeah, that's not necessarily a good thing. Hopefully we can figure something out about that. Can I craft a spawn egg for chickens? No. So hopefully we just get lucky and I can get a chicken out of those 6. Let's cross our fingers. Single use for the chicken. What's the difference between GM chicken feed and nutritious chicken feed? Completely different recipe. That creates the golden egg. Anyway, golden egg, golden goose, whatever we got. All right, that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.